YouTube, what it do, loved ones? You know the motto. If you can, after the story, go over there, hit us with a like, which is the thumbs up, and that'll let us know we kicking our stuff. Today we on the edge with BJ APB, and he finna send us on one. Go ahead, OG. You got the floor.
All right, today's topic is put it on something. To put it on something means, in another term, giving your word. And whenever you give someone your word, you are trusting that you do what you say you're going to do. Some people over the years have taken this word of oath to be something that is just to say for validation. For example, everywhere I go nowadays, I hear on dead homies, I'm going outside. On dead homies, I'm going to eat some taffy. On dead homies, I'm going to bust old girl. To be honest with you, people don't need to hear that. Just do what you're going to do. You know what I mean? It ain't that serious. Just do it. Quit talking about it. And then, it's like, now I get it that these young men and women are trying to set a new trend on language. The seriousness of it all comes in when you put it on a person that is no longer here in front of a person that really loves that person you are referring to. Could come with some serious consequences. Then this is so popular that people do not bang blood or crip or starting to say on Bloodz on crip. To me, that's a serious violation. Sister or brother, just because you sip a little drink or smoke with someone that bang, don't mean you can say on Bloodz on crip. When I got out of YA, I'm not proud to be telling this story, but I'm going to tell it because sometimes people need to hear these things. I knocked out one of my close friends because he wasn't a blood, but he put it on the beat while he was drunk. He was going to go down to the county jail and put some money on some of the homies' books. He didn't do it. So based on he didn't do it, then he put it on the beat and not even a gang member. A person had to hand him down his violation. It didn't matter at the time what was his excuse for doing it. What mattered to me then as a young rider was he blew up Bloodz, meaning he blew up me too as I was a blood. To be mindful of your word because it's all you have, and when you play with your word, now you understand why people shine you on or treat you like a paper tiger. In other words, pick your game up and stop lying to those just to kick it. Everyone knows you're a BSB or BSW, which means a bullshit brother, a bullshit woman. Everybody know that when they see one. Sometimes we hang with you because we just need a good laugh. That's for the people that, you know, sometimes we let in our circle. We know they're not made out for the cut, but we let them kick it because sometimes we try to be nice or we just simply like having them around, they conversation, they funny or whatever. But just because we let you hang doesn't mean that it's okay to be putting it on something that we really truly love and respect. You know, and at the same time, those that do bang, sometimes you have to fix the words that's coming out of your mouth because right now, if you go on a job interview and they be like, yeah, man, you got the job, come in Monday morning. You can't jump up on dead homies, I'm going to be there. You can't do that. You know what I mean? People going to look at you like, what is he talking about? You know, and
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I get it that it's a new trend, but sometimes you have to putting it on some, especially the dead homies, serious, because we love our dead homies. I can't speak for everybody else. For me personally, I really love mine. You know, what about you, Pike? You know, there have been a time that you've been around somebody that blew up to be, you know, just playing with it, thought it was just for fun or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah. My career, homie, hell yeah, man. And back when I was young, blowing up the beat, it was consequences. Putting it on Bloodz and blowing up the beat. Any homeboy from another blood hood can check another blood for blowing up the beat, homie. And, you know, in this new generation, I get it. A lot of dudes, you know, they put extras on what they be doing and this, and that, and putting it on stuff. But in my time, it wasn't social media, it wasn't none of that. So it was like visual for visual. And if you claimed you was in the field and you was lying and other people went in the field to get a visual of what you was talking about and it wasn't the facts and it wasn't true and you blew the B up like you was active, man, that was major violation, homie. And I remember in the turf, a homie lied about doing something he said he was supposed to have done and it wasn't accurate, and he was fat mouthing, and we ran him, homie. We brought him back to the turf, homie. And I remember me, the homie LSD, and another homie, we lined him up, homie, and we made sure he caught him a 3-man fade for that NHP, and then after that, we made that fool get out there with all flame and stand out on one of our streets in our hood, just in case some enemigos came by. Niggas can have it out, but they could see somebody was flamed up. But then was the obstacles and the stuff we sent dudes through for lying about that beat. And like you said, you tell the homie in jail you gonna do something and you don't do it about that beat. I done seen a lot of dudes get straight disrespected for lying about that beat, big homie. So that's why even today, I don't even really be like on Bloodz on the beat, and you know, even though, you know, if I'm cutting it up with one of my homies, but we live by the real moral of Bloodz on the beat. We not gonna lie about something we really can't fulfill, homie. We gonna say what we can fulfill. We not gonna be doing that, but still today, I don't just run around like to every homie on Bloodz on the beat on it, because dudes of our era, we really take that type of stuff serious and to the heart. You know, dudes with big old names, homie, we can't get away with stuff that dudes of low quality names can get away with, homie. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. So that's why dudes of us and other homies and Rips and Hispanics and all that, dudes of high stature, carry themselves with a lot of morals, homie, especially when you got a name, man. What you think?
Right. I remember when I was in the county jail, it was a homie that put it on one of the dead homies, and it was over something small. It was over he gonna have somebody put some money on somebody's book right then and there. And it was me, the homie Dulo from NHP, the homie Silent B from Crenshaw Mafia, the homie Lil Harry from Village Town, and the homie Grimlock, Big Grimlock from Denver Lanes. We was all in the cell with the homie. I ain't gonna say his name because, you know, he got kids and all that. We done grew since then. But he had put it on the beat that he was gonna take care of something that he didn't do it. He couldn't get it done. But the principle was he put it on the beat like flow showing in front of everybody. So we went up in the cell and the homie Grimlock had fired on him. So when Grimlock fired on him, you know, at the time he was the OYG. So when he fired on him, the rest of us, we fell on him, you know what I mean? We fell on him and DP'd him real good, and after that, the homie became a phenomenal dude, you know what I mean? Because he respected the seriousness of it. And there's other times that homies don't understand that when you putting it on the dead homie, you got homies that's from every hood that seriously died for their turf. You know what I mean? They didn't got butchered or however they died, but they died for their hood. You know what I mean? And then for you to turn around and put it on Bloodz, you're going to tie your shoestring, or put it on the dead homies, you're going to tie your shoestrings. That's kind of like disrespect to them as well. You know what I mean? That's not giving the homie no justice. And you have to understand that us that been around, we take that seriously in that fashion. You know what I mean? You will never hear me putting it on Bloodz, I'm going to turn the TV or none of that. You know what I mean? You'll never hear me putting it on the dead homies. Now, if you hear me doing something like that, that means you done got me worked up and I'm going to get you. Period. You know what I mean? Other than that, you don't hear me doing that type of stuff. I never did it. You know what I mean? I never was the type of person putting it on stuff just to be having people notice me or to sound tough. You know what I mean? My first experience with hearing somebody blow up the beat was in the county jail. And that homie, when he blew up the beat, he told some homies that was going to death row he was going to do something for him, and he didn't do it. And the homies ended up DPing him. And afterwards, he was so scared, homies used it for a card table. And back then, we used to have to wear the Dump to the Dun drawers. And he had on some Dump to the Duns. You know, we didn't have no boxes then. You know, most of the time we got boxes. It was because the homie came in with 2 or 3 pair on and gave you a pair or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or the porters came through, had watched some and sold them to you. So we all up in the cell with Dump to the Duns on. This dude got a mad race car track in his drawers, and he on the floor. And people done put a little thing on his back, and we using it for a card table.
Right.
I wasn't playing cards. I was young and just watching, you know. But it was the principle of you got done like this for blowing up something that everybody truly believe in. And seeing that, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to never put myself in that position. I'm not saying it couldn't have happened to me because, you know, anybody could get mopped up when you 10 or 12 deep and it's just you in a little cell. So I promised that I would never put myself in that position to be getting hands put on me and getting done like that, you know, because that was an embarrassing situation. And the homie in particular, he was a homie that I grew up looking up to, and to see him get folded like that and fold the way he folded, I was like, you know, saying to myself, BJ, you got to step your gangsterism up, homie. Don't never go out like that, you know what I mean? Because everybody coming down the tier watching me get done like that and everything. So, you know, it's just something that, to get a young homie something to think about, you know what I mean? And those that, don't bang that,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Those that don't bang, that be trying to blood and do the blood walk, the crip walk, and putting it on crip and blood. You know what I mean? It's something to think about. Just be mindful of what you're getting yourself into. You're putting your life in danger and don't even know it. So I'm here to tell you, you're putting your life in danger, man. Yeah, what else you got to say about that?
Hey, by putting, yeah, you right, homie, because I done been around and been places, and here, you know, you put a target on your back, period, just the way we are talking, how we carry ourselves. But you right about that. You could be out in traffic, young dude could be saying dead homies, this and that, and it just sound like something fashionable to say, but you might be in the wrong predicament where some other dudes will target you, like you might be an enemigo or somewhere you don't supposed to be, and put a target on your back, man. Fuck around and get smoked or something like that, homie. And then, like you said about the dead homies, you got homies that really got lost dead homies, homie. And for somebody to say, you know, I know my son, he be saying dead homies. But I'm like, dog, I ain't seen you go to no funerals or none of that. You know, and it's just touchy when people say that because a lot of people lost their lives off this culture right here, homie. You know, Crips, Bloods, Hispanics, different races or what. So them is sensitive topics, homie. So like me, if I put it on something like Big Underdog or my homie Ghost GT or, you know, my homeboy Lil Half Pint or something, homie, I'm for real about what I'm talking about, homie. I'm not just saying it just on the strength, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to close it on out right there, homie. 89 on up, G stuff, not Ye stuff, with the guest with BJ on the edge with BJ APB. And man, we just gonna keep sending it, homie. We out.